I like this hero, but he's also one of these that does need some items to like offset his disadvantages. He is very squishy early on. He's also in this very awkward spot where he, because he's very squishy, but he still has a rocket barrage, so you kind of have to want to go in close to the enemy, but at the same time you don't. You see him walk up right next to the CK when it's off cooldown, but it's a pretty decent lane as far as lanes up against this time walk goes, because you have damage over time.
This is dangerous.
You distract back and yeah.
Oh, Bounty. Have they got enough slow?
Wow.
With the Reality Rift, Faith Bjarn is in a lot of trouble. One more punch from Bounty Hunter will be able to secure this with the Orb of Venom, and CK will be the one that slaps him down eventually, getting that first blood.
In terms of last hits, and it's going to be very important here down on bottom.
Oh, top lane Tide. All sorts of trouble. He had a bunch of stacks of this Shadow Poison on him. He was gone on by the Gyro Sandking.
Yeah, that was a Tide Hunter behind enemy lines, got interrupted with this TP by the rocket. Perch will make sure that he'll be able to walk a little bit further, but he has nowhere to go.
He has 6-1 charges, but I'm pretty sure he's still dead. Caustic Finale and another Burrow Strike. Come on, Sandking. Sandking, come on! Come on!
Does he actually do damage to Kraken Shell?
2 points in Kraken Shell, he's just not doing anything. I mean, the Caustic Pop will get him eventually, right? Right?
I'm not so
no
sure.
Way. XXS is winning this fight. He's got 1-1 charge left to go. The creeps. Look at that Shadow Demon. It's like, what's happening? How is this Tide Hunter still alive? What is he doing? He's just tanking the creeps. Sandking, does he have a Burrow Strike soon in 9 mana? Sandking's dying here. They're pinging the Tide. They don't know what's happening, and neither do we. Tide is with them. The creeps don't do anything. Anchor Smash will kill off another one. The Sandking finally Burrow Strikes him down, but what a ridiculous set of circumstances there.
Oh, the history of Dota. We will admit, it's gonna go again. This MTK actually super low with Bounty Hunter roaming in. Next bit of damage, yeah, they have enough this time. Death Prophet, 3 points up in Spirit Siphon, 2 was the same level that he was when he was stuck in the top lane.
Oh man, this is reminiscent of the old CDEC gaming. Gyrocopter level 6 takes tier 1, rotates in, the DK nearly dead, the Exorcism going, and well, Death Prophet's not going to get the kill just yet. Another Spirit Siphon was available, but the Gyro's rotation gets them a kill with a disruption forward. Maybe they look for more here. Breathe Fire is ready in a sec, but they've got the Dragon Tail. Lock down the Jakiro, and Chaos Knight arrives in, but the Burrow Strike back. The Bounty's dead. Now the Phantasm has to go to work. They do get the trade-off with the Gyro falling, but IG losing out there 3-1.
Up behind them.
Oh,
to try and make something happen here.
This is
CK.
And this is where the Radiant feels super strong. They got the armor on CK, the drums on DP, but she's not going to go for the TP. CK has to turn and get the stun in, but he's already dead. Disruption to catch a second one as they'll find the Jakiro. More likely than not, the damage will be enough from EHOME as this early game, the Sandking has just set up so much, but...
You either rotate the Faceless Void out, or you rotate other heroes into that lane to get a kill with that.
Now they spot the Bounty. Oh, he's speedy, but the poison chases forward, and a killing spree for Y. 3 down to try and utilize this Ravage, knowing that EHOME will shove in with this Dragonform ulti. They think it's a simple tower take, but in comes the Tide. Ravage is out, catches on to 2. The Gyro gets the cooldown off, but Dragon Knight, he's already dead. Sandking rifted back into death with the Burrow Strike. Will get him a little bit of distance here away, but the Spirit Siphon now dodges the stun. Oh, he's away. HYM getting his escape, but no. The Ice Path after Reality Rift catch him as he waddles back. And they defend that.
Let that go unpunished. They smoke up, trying to keep an eye on the Death Prophet here. They just need to find a way in, which is the problem. That is Time Walk into Chronosphere, catches one. Tidon actually walking into it. The cooldown coming through with the Rocket Barrage. Follow-up Burrow Strike. They will get rid of the Death Prophet, and even catching the Tide Hunter here. Follow-up stun immediately pushed off, but the damage is still there, especially with Old Chicken continuing to chase forward. And another Time Walk across to block the path. As a second hero down and chasing for more. CK coming in to try and help, but he gets caught with a Burrow Strike here from the low ground. Needs to juke and jive, another Time Walk just to keep an eye on him, eating through the trees. He's pretty fast, but is he fast enough? No more mana here on the Old Chicken, even if he wanted to. Could not throw out a rocket, but he needs out of there. Burrow Strikes is still fighting here, even though it's 2 against 5. Bounty Hunter with the tracks, almost getting the show toss kill on the Sandking, but it was not to be. Just running them down one by one. Death Prophet, yeah.
He's in.
That was the first hero who's fallen, already respawned. Same for the Tide Hunter, but can't even get anybody. Ice Buff will connect on Faceless Void. Follow-up slows there from Jakiro. Faith Bjarn silenced up here, preventing the Time Walks. At the very least, they get this one counter kill.
Still seconds, so Tide And Jakiro will be replenished a nice amount there, but here we go, the 5-man, this time from IG looking to strike first. They've got the Chaos Knight popping, there's the jump forward with the Ravage onto 1. They found Faith Beyond, but he jumped into the trees, the disruption is there. Now Shadow Demon, he's turning this fight around. Exorcism is forced, Faith Beyond is dying. He moves forward with a 2-man chrono though, and in comes the Sandking. Death Prophet in trouble, half HP, but not dead just yet. And it's looking like IG might just have the upper hand in this with the Gyro dead. EHOME, no response. Now having to back away, Tide chasing onto the Dragon Knight who's stuck in the trees, and the Reality Rift forward will open it all up again. The can of worms leeching everywhere as Invictus Gaming get 2 big core kills. The 5 might be fine in the main menu searching for a game. Yeah. On the same router, you know, same local area network, but different situations as Tide solo chronoed. A difficult kill, but expenditure was there from EHOME to secure it as they get the CK and the Tide.
They're the ones leading the charge. Shadowblade, very useful in these kind of circumstances. Then once again fight the Tide Hunter. Very important hero, worth Chronosphere. They're going to be able to burst him down very quickly. This time he does his buyback though. So they want more, they need more Phantasm used. There it is, Faith Beyond, tracked up, Ice Path, Macropie, everything being dropped far stuff away, but not going to be enough to keep the Faceless Void safe. But look at this burst damage here towards the Death Prophet. Access isn't going, but dies instantly. That's not exactly what you want. Now the target fire continuing forward, and I think Force up to the high ground. Bounty Hunter will survive. Jakiro, and as I say that, there's a rocket actually flying. I'll catch up eventually, but well, they popped that buyback. They wanted to fight with a Ravage, but where did all the damage come from?
DK Assault Cuirass, right click, DP down. But Old Chicken will come back and they'll ping Roshan, because that is the objective that they desire now.
Maybe not immediately though. Chaos Knight being gone on. Now the Ravage being forced out. Catches everybody though, and Sandking is dead immediately. Faith Beyond on the retreat. BKB forced out on the Chaos Knight. It's down to 6 seconds now.
And Gyro's here. Oh, it's a little bit rough. And now you're looking at Dragon Knight with everything ready. Ulti, BKB, Gyro, the same story. They're still ready to fight. They've got Chrono. Faith Beyond's coming in from the back. Oh, they could catch a couple here as he jumps forward. DP is found. This is a big kill. Bounty can't save. Tide can't save. And it looks like DP is absolutely screwed. Pops her BKB with the right clicks. Where are they? Where's the Dragon Knight? He's focusing someone else on the back end. And in comes the CK. Takes down Faith Beyond. And the turnaround is happening. The Dragon Knight's focusing the Bounty Hunter. And now he's in an awful position. IG swing back in. Very powerful. But it's the BKB from Dragon Knight finally arriving as CTY takes down the Chaos Knight. Looks for the Tide. And he brings his team back into this fight.
The buyback comes through, Yules into the Ice Path here, working together on Jakiro, but it's gonna be down to to the Chaos Knight to do his job and get some kills, and he certainly looked to do that together with the exorcism still going about. Still half.
At some point, as IG moving forward, looking for the Sandking, they'll catch on to him as well. There's the Eon Disc, allowing the escape from HYM. And IG, without a single creep wave near the enemy base, will have to...
Picking those up from the shop for him is now almost level 25. There we go. That is Chronosphere coming in on 2. Meanwhile, Chaos Knight here muted with a Nullifier. Can't go in immediately, but the BKB, Yule Sept on Death Prophet, still coming through with the Exorcism and the Ravage is there, but the BKB is still lasting long enough for all of these core heroes. They're trying to focus on the Death Prophet, and finally, they bring down a big damage deal in the middle of these fights, now, and still need to deal with CK and all of his friends. Will claim the Dragon Knight's life.
Never underestimate Chaos Knight. Heart armored BKB pops his Phantasm, gets an extra illusion, and he absolutely annihilates the Dragon Knight. Faith Beyond and Old Chicken will escape with their lives for now. So a pretty even fight, all things considered. You know, ulti's thrown, BKB's used, a couple of heroes. I don't see why not.
Let's see, Smoke and Smoke action here. The Ravage hits on absolutely everybody. The tracks coming through. Phantasm Illusion, still defensive disruption here. BKB's come out from both sides. DK still fighting, so is NPC, and now there's the Chronosphere. Only catching that problem, really. CK Illusion still working away. Gyrocopter is down in the epicenter, trying to turn us around, but she's being eaten. Chaos Knight, all they can try and do is keep him kited, but it's not going to be enough. EHOME dropping 3 and make that 4 in a moment. Full HYM, he's tracked up. His Aeon Disc will trigger. Getting rid of that for a couple of seconds, but immediately reapplied. Add another one to tally. The only survivor is the Faceless Void. Faith Beyond.
Absolute disaster.
Yeah.
Dire team lacking damage. Did they even get the BKB off on DK? Who knows and who cares? Wasn't able to survive through any of the damage from the Radiant team.
It's too low duration at this point. Just comparatively, like they have damage, but spread damage carrier. Like he does a lot, but it does it to multiple targets, which is useful against the CK, but it's not useful if you really need to kill the actual hero.
What is Goodbye, Faith Beyond.
Go to BKB.
BKB and Shadowblade, yeah, running away from all the sentries here. In comes Q, the Yule's there, and the Ice Path to follow. This will be a dead void, so all things considered, it's a full team wipe, just a little bit delayed as IG finally bring down the void and will walk up high ground. Armlet on, Phantasm being held for just a little bit because they'll use the Exorcism for now to move forward onto the tier 3. There are the illusions coming out from the Chaos Knight, but it's so hard to find an opening to actually initiate into this Radiant team. You need your void. They're waiting for Faith Beyond to respawn, but their racks have already gone. So they'll have to wait another day.
Basically, you need to find a chrono on being extremely annoying, even inside the chronosphere. Genting giving that vision. And, okay, this is helpful.
Still dead. Nice buyback though. That just feels like a pick-off for pick-off's sake. Now you've kind of maybe not wasted Dragon Form and Chrono, but they've been IG go on the offensive. Blink forward from the Shadow Demon into the double damage rune. Slows down the bounty with a disruption, but the chase forward from Tide will secure a kill onto Y.
Well, at the very least, on the high ground, trying to defend here. That is Exorcism straight up ping pong. Can be very safe here with E on disc. You have that free get out of jail free card essentially. You can do some free damage even with the Phantasm committed. Just sending illusions up. Getting rid of the tower, getting rid of the melee barracks, now forcing EHOME to do something. Threatening the Chronosphere, but not pulling the trigger just yet. Oh, there it is now. And catching Titan to the back, hexed up. He's very quick pick, but not a whole lot he can do here. Now with BKB from Death Prophet turning things around. Exorcism about to expire.
Dragon Knight.
Probably call it quits here, right?
Yeah, DK was very close to going down there if that Reality Rift had connected. Turn from EHOME though, great silence onto the Sandking, there's no bar strike, the BKB into the Ravage from Tide. The double in fact, as they catch the entirety of EHOME. Sandking has to retreat, the Gyro is falling back as quickly as he can, but he's hexed up by Q. The Jakiro comes in, he's going to get the Ice Path in, and it looks like it'll land here as the Piggy is stuck, the lag will hit. I think EHOME are done though. IG sweep through this fight. The Gyro, he's turning, I don't know what he's doing, but he's going to get a kill, he's doing something for me. No, I don't know what the hell's happening, it's just a huge amount of lag. EHOME though, we hear the slaps of the Tide, bring down the middle racks, melee will fall, followed by ranged, and buybacks available, but with no spells off cooldown, I don't think they're going to be able to do too much. Yeah, cool, I guess.
Perfect worlds. So ironic. Oh, God.
I'm going to open the Chinese stream and see what happens now. The next lobby's up, so game 1 goes the way of IG, 99% sure of that. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Short break before game 2 coming your way in a few minutes.